Skincare is so important because you just have one skin. I mean, that's it. You have to take care of it. And when you have a nice, healthy skin, you feel better. Merle Norman was an actual woman, which a lot of people don't realize, and she started her company back in 1931 in Santa Monica. The company grew. They are still based in LA. What she believed in is everyone had to try before they buy. And that's really what we're about. And so she came up with the individually packaged lip bubbles, foundation bubbles that individually packaged so you could try it on. Everything's too dark. Okay, let's go one lighter. My husband's mother, Jerry Holland, bought the studio in 1971.
The opportunity came up to buy the studio, and she did, and she was pretty much off and running at that point. And they expanded. She bought a store in Fair Oaks Mall, Fairfax. She opened another studio in Centerville, Virginia, and then eventually this was the first one that she sold. The opportunity came to us, really, to buy this studio, acquire this studio back. I talked to Sharon, and I said, well, you always said you would run it differently if you owned it, and I said, I think we have an opportunity to buy it back and bring it back into the family.
Jerry was wonderful. People come in almost daily, and they're like, oh, I remember your mom. And they always think it's my mom, so I just go along with it. Because she was my mom. They remember coming in here as a child and seeing Robbie's mother, and she would always give them little samples of lip gloss, and they remember that just being the coolest thing in the world.
What do you recommend? I almost like that one better. What do you think?
Okay,
this
well,
one
here,
looks more like this.
Okay, look. So that's this one.
Here,
How did I get involved in Merle Norman? So my mom brought me over here, I think I was 15, and brought me in to get my first 3 steps to beauty. Robbie's mom owned the studio, but our moms were friends, and so his mom called him down here. So he conveniently walked in when I was here. Yeah, it was a setup. So we got married in '79, and I started working here after that. My daughters have used it, and now their daughters are using Merle Norman as well. So that's 4 generations. She was the most positive person I think I've ever met, and I just love that about her. And she just made everyone feel good and everyone feel special. Jerry was a great businesswoman, and she believed in her customers and she believed in her staff, both. And she was very empowering. She helped a lot of women get through some trying times, and she was always extremely helpful and very encouraging. And I think that's why she was so successful in what she did, because everyone knew she was genuine, and everyone knew she was a very positive, caring person. You know, everyone loved her.
Oh, these are similar.
Yes.
Just
Okay,
to
that's
try it.
Pink Lotus. I remember one time, this is really funny, we were on a trip, and I was so nervous because I had to put my makeup on in front of Jerry. I mean, she's a professional, she owns the studio, and I was so nervous, and my hands were shaking. And finally she goes, oh, just give me that. And she puts on my makeup for me, and I was like, yeah, that was great. It was like, that was the best moment ever.
You know, she would sit in the chair at the beginning stages of her journey, and the gals would come in, and she would remember their names, 3,000 or 4,000 ladies. How do you do that? And she would just sit and talk with them and everything, and then it was pretty much retirement for her. I think she was 86.
You want to try this one, or you want to try one of the other ones?
I can try that. That's fine.
Okay. I think we've survived for 70 years, and hopefully another 70, is just the community has embraced us, and they support us. Our Merle girls are very loyal, and we're still getting new customers coming in daily. People go by and go, I've driven by the store for 25 years. I finally came in. I'm like, well, welcome, It's like, come on in.
I think it's a combination of standing by the customer, doing the right things, always, and a combination of the town support, shopping small.
I feel like I'm in between shades now with the summer.
I love doing business in Vienna. I mean, the town is just so welcoming. Our employees, their family, the customers become family. It's just really nice. It's a great place to work.
The stories you hear now are, my mom brought me here when I was 13. A lot of times we'll say, oh, and I knew your mom, and so it's just nice to be in a small town and hear those stories. I know a lot of the girls that when I was in high school came here.
All right. Have a good one.
You too. Bye-bye.
Who takes the store on after you?
I don't know. We're looking.